Just hold it. God. We can hear your beard. Uh, God. We are going to talk about stubbornness today.
Own law.
It's plenty. Hello, guys. Stop. Hey, guys. Welcome to this episode of Figuring Shit Out. I'll be figuring shit out with my incomparable, most wonderful, marvelous, oh so great. The words are not enough to express how much. Anyway, this is my wonderful brother,
Do we look alike?
my sugar father,
Oh,
Sukri Papi,
sugar father. Why is it not salt father?
Flavor daddy.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Anyways,
Chocolate sister.
oh God,
Uh-huh.
no, chocolate baby tunes. I'm very excited, as you can see. From the last episode, there has been a lot of things that has happened, but I'll catch you guys up to it later. But today is a special episode, and I want him to come and share some of his lessons that he has learned in his life because he's an old man.
What do you mean?
So, as the old man that he is, he has a lot of wisdom and knowledge for the youngins, you know. So, as somebody in their 20s, I need a direction, okay? Because I will not lie to you. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's like there's a blindfold and I'm just asked to just go somewhere and I don't even know where the hell I'm going. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about finding your purpose, how to get through your 20s. If he were to be able to rewind time, what would he do differently in his 20s? So things like that. So he's just here to share his wisdom. So get something to sip on. Let's enjoy. Hello.
Hi.
Me, I'm at a point in my life that I don't know what I'm doing. So having that sense of direction and purpose is something that I don't know how to maneuver. So I feel like
Navigate.
Yeah, I feel like you would have something to say about that. So please go ahead. Help the people out.
First of all, it's very important to put God first in everything you do. You know, seek Him. You know, always ask. You know, when you ask questions, you can't go wrong. So you just always have to ask God, what is the right direction? What is, and apart from that, you know, in the early 20s, you need to explore. You know, well, I'm not saying you should go, you know, wild. You can't go back into 20s to 30s. Once you leave that range, you can't go back to it.
True.
And that's the best time to me. I think is sweet. 20s is the sweetest. Going to the question, like, you know, how can you navigate? Apart from the fact that you've put God first, you need to know what you want to do, and there's no limit. You can do anything. It's just a dream. You need to have a vision when you're 20 years old, 30. You need to have your vision. You need to come up with, how am I going to make it work? You need to try and then keep trying. It doesn't matter how many times you try, because everybody always associates with success. So no matter how many times you've tried, nobody would see that you've tried. But only at that point when you hit it, then people will be like, oh yes. And that's life.
How would you say you have dealt with failure? Because I feel like you said, the 20s is the time for exploration, which means that there will be a lot of things that don't work out. So how do you navigate that? How do you get the motivation to keep going even when everything makes you want to give up, basically?
Vision. It's simple, but still, you know, it's the most important. passion for where you want to get to,
Mm.
even though it's not feasible at that point. It
Mhm.
doesn't look realistic. That can I not? My dad, he's always saying, even when I was very young, he's always saying, "Oh, dream. You need to dream. You need to have a dream." I'll be like, "I want to have a yeah. You need to have a dream. You dreamt, and yes, you know that I want this. I want that. How do you get there?" In my head, I always feel like, okay, it's always about money, but it's not. It's not about money at all. It's just totally different the way you move when you have a vision, even though because it's not realistic at the moment, but you're seeing far beyond what everybody is seeing. So you keep pushing, even though it's not working. You just keep going for it. Consistency, diligence. There's nothing like I can't do it. Nothing like that. Vision, diligence, consistency. It makes it.
So basically, just hold on to the goal.
That's it. Don't let it go. Don't let it
It
go.
can be hard sometimes.
It can be very hard. I think you need to find yourself. That is very important. You need to understand yourself. You need to know yourself as a person. And from there, I didn't realize who I was until maybe about 34, 35.
I told you people that is old.
Yeah, I'm not old.
Very old.
I didn't.
Patient
You
of
know,
this.
that's God. Where we come from, because of the parents and all that, so there's a lot of expectation that people will be like, oh, yeah, oh, can you go, your way. But those expectations wasn't at that time, it wasn't manifesting, and I didn't see it coming at all. So I had to run away for a lot of times. People will call me because like I get to meet people and you know a lot of people where we grew up and all that, and then I ran away. I wasn't picking people's call. Even my parents would complain, you don't call, you don't do this. But I was trying to find myself because I want to be better. I want to get I I don't want to be a failure, but at the same time, I want to make sure I go through, what I needed to go through, so that at the end of the day, I can write a story and say this is a success because I've gone through one stage to another, and then pick up lessons and learn from you know, different failure that I've probably went through. So, and that's about it. I've not yet make it large, but we thank God where we are.
Self-discovery is very, very important.
It's very, very important.
So would you say that would be the first step? And I think the exploratory years, like you said, in 20s is the time for self-discovery.
Yeah,
And
I would agree to that 100%.
Finding yourself.
You need to find yourself. You need to find yourself.
Yeah. But like when you keep hitting those roadblocks in your 20s, especially right now that there's like expectations outside of like the family expectations, of course. Social media right now has made it so that like there's some things that you want to get, even though it might not be time. So like there's still that burden of failure. I think now is even worse than before because you can actively see how other people are living. So like, how do you navigate that?
It's very hard. It was hard because I can see like a few of my friends, they were all doing well, and they keep even asking me questions like, "What are you doing to lose your life? Surely shaking it on it, surely shake." And it's not that we didn't try. You keep trying and you keep trying, and you feel like, but the one thing that I always there's something about myself that I know there's something in me, and there's that Bible verse that says that everything we need God has given to us. Like He's giving you, even when you're a child, He's giving you something. There's something unique about you. That's why I said, discovering yourself is very important. There's something about you that other people don't have, and it's everybody. Is everybody finding it, work on it. There's something, it will lead you somewhere. It says your talent will make you stand in front of kings. There's a reason, but we just read that, but we don't really understand it deeply. There's something about everybody that God has actually, put into us. And I think that if you work towards it, there's something at the end of the tunnel for you. It's
Mm.
100%. Like me, right from time, I like to sit around people. I like chatting. I like people around me. I like to talk. And then from there, I noticed that people want to listen to me when I'm well, not that people want to listen to me, but some people will come to me and they will say, even when I was very young, even people that are older would come and say, ah, Tulu, you want to do this thing, or how do we? So I'm always giving advice. I'm always so, and people think I will be a pastor. I was like, "Emi o ṣe pastor, Emi o." And then all those things. And then at the end of the day, I'm seeing myself in the line of, being a counselor, and then talking to people about life and all in general. And but I don't have the experience. I don't have, but I just give people. I just talk to people,
Yeah.
and when they follow whatever I say, it works out in a way. Not that I even know,
Mm-hmm.
but it just happened. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe whatever. It just happened. And later, when I came to UK, and I see, a lot of my friends will talk. So I see myself as, it came to a day, and then I realized, what is my purpose actually on earth? Like, what exactly is my purpose? And I realized that I've been actually, going through that path since when I was young, and I never knew.
Mm.
I just thought I'm, you know,
Yeah, you're just a people person.
people person and all that, but there's something. And then I got to know that I am to support people in life. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be, just normal, give
Yeah.
support. And I ended up doing a lot of different jobs that has to do with support.
Yeah.
And even things that I never thought I would do, like jobs that I never thought I would find myself. Talk about it. I've worked there almost everywhere, odd jobs, all these very hard. And God was teaching me, those times was teaching me, okay, this is how to do things, this is how to deal with things. When people are in this situation, this is how you deal with it. If you manage to, probably in the future, you meet somebody that has gone through this, because you've gone through it, it might not be the same thing, but you'll be able to relate
Yeah.
and then understand where that person is coming from, and then
And
you'll be
help.
able to help out in a way. So, and yeah, it's been so, like I said, it's important that you discover yourself, and then from there you are able to navigate, you
Yeah.
explore, at the same time.
So basically, you build upon self-discovery.
It
That's how you
is
discover your purpose and
mm-hmm.
stay consistent on that path.
Very important,
It's
consistency.
very nice to say, oh, it's hard, but we will keep trying.
Yes, please
Um,
do. Don't give
one
up.
one
Your
last
miracle is
question.
on the way.
Oh my god, one last question. If you were to advise your younger self,
Mm,
let's say between the ages of 15
mm,
to like 25,
mm.
what would you say to your younger self?
um I should have listened more to my dad, to my parents actually. Should have, I feel there are some things that we hear when we're young, but you don't really understand it.
Mm.
I should have asked a lot of questions. Should have asked how do you do these things? Like, how do you? Because my dad, it's not like he came from,
A wealthy
wealthy family
background.
and all that, and he's really pushed. It's not like he
Yeah,
went to school. He didn't
he
even go to,
didn't.
know
Primary school.
we-
He didn't finish primary school, did he?
exactly. And when he speaks English, I'll be like, Baba Wule ain't shit,
Nah,
and then all that,
that
because
man
he
worked
reads.
hard.
So, but when he says things, I didn't understand it,
Mm.
because I just thought, getting one so and all that. But it's very important, words of, the elderly ones. You listen, you ask questions. It's always good. Questions. I know where we come from. You can't ask questions. That's another thing. You can't
Yeah,
ask questions. When you ask, they be like, "Ṣé mi ló béèrè question color where," and all that. And be like,
you can
you can't even
question
sit. You can't
authority.
even sit with your father on the same table. And what do you want to be saying? Like, But I would, if I could actually reverse and then put myself in that range of age that you mentioned, I would ask a lot of questions,
Yeah.
a whole lot of questions.
What is something that you wouldn't change? Something that you would have kept on doing, even if everybody told you to stop, between the age range of 15 to 25?
Be nice.
Mm.
Be nice.
Kindness.
Yeah, kindness. Yeah, it's just amazing. Like when you're nice to people, you don't understand that you're doing it for
You're
yourself.
setting yourself up,
You're just doing it for
basically.
yourself. To be honest, nothing as good as that. But a lot of people don't understand. I have people that they'll be like, I don't even know them. They'll be like, yes, sucking con, and then they'll be
Yeah.
like, Tulu de Sheba you. And I don't even know. Like, it wasn't like I knew. I just being nice,
To be
kind.
honest, his kindness has really helped me, because like there's so many people that don't even know me, that they know him, and just by virtue of knowing him and his kindness towards
They don't
those
even know
people,
me in person.
his kindness towards those people just extend to me. Ow, shout out. Anyways, so yeah, being kind to people. But one thing that I must say about this man is that who child, he was somewhat of a problem child. I don't know if that served him or it did not serve him. I need to ask him that question,
What
because
question?
he was very rebellious. Would you
Not really.
say? I think you were, because child.
Not really. Not really. It's just that coming from the background, because of
They were very
the
strict,
the not even
religious,
because they're street, exactly,
and
because
very
of the,
strict.
yeah, because the Christian background, a believer. And I wanted to do a lot of things that my friends were doing. It's not because I wanted to be rebellious, or I wanted to, but I just feel like I'm young and I want to do these things. I want to go and play football. Don't go out today. I want to go and play football. All my friends, everybody is playing football outside. That's when they will tell me, don't go anywhere. Just sit. Go and be reading your books. When I see a lot of my friends outside, so I'm
Yeah.
peering through the window. So I will end up just going, and I will know that anyway. At the end of the day, they will beat me, and that's going to be it.
You know what? As much as, like I said, is a very rebellious person, I don't think that trait, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. To be honest, I feel like I'm inspired by it, because it's the kind of person that he will do what he wants to do. He will go against the grain, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid to go against the grain, and that's really, don't look at me like that.
You think
Don't look at me like that. I think I really, really admire that from him. And if there's anything that I've learned, that is one thing that I have learned from him. Like it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody says. He goes for it, and he's not afraid.
But
And
I will hear you out. Like I would listen.
Yeah.
I would pick from your words. But if I have a conviction on what I really want to do, I think I'll just go for it.
I'm not even talking about like in terms of advice. I'm just
Okay.
like, you have guts. You have guts. Like you will enter a room and be like, yes, I'm here.
But that's the best way.
I know, but it's not everybody that has that. Do you get? So like I really, really admire it, because like me, I've always been kind of shy, but or something. Anyways, but like just knowing that he commands every room that he goes into, and he doesn't feel like things are out of reach for him.
I don't know about that, but
Salutes. He might not know about that, but me, I know about that. But at least that is what people see in you. That's like the personality that comes across when it comes to you.
We thank God.
Yeah. You want to cry small tears, because emotional moments. Thank you for joining us on this
Thank you.
episode of Figuring Shit Out.
I hope we figure shit out.
I'm very proud of you,
Proud of you too.
and I am very honored to have this person in my corner, even though he's annoying as
Thank
fuck.
you.
But this annoying old man. But still,
I'm not old.
you are very old.
I'm 27.
So how old am I?
I don't need to know.
You don't need to know.
You say your age at least.
I should say my age.
Yes, now you are. You said I'm old, and then
This man
I
is
said
very
to you
old. He's
that I'm
not
old.
27. You know that he's ancient. Anyways, thank you guys, and catch you on the next episode. So, bye. Say bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.